Okay. Shh. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Oh, some very excited doggies here this morning, and one very excited presenter. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. Uh, Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Um, this is Rita, obviously, and her two yappy dogs. And today we're going to do another great project on our crickets. We're going to be making a really beautiful gift box that is from Dreaming Tree. This is what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? It's really just very nice gift box. It would make a great Mother's Day gift. Or something if you want to put something in there, or just I'm going to give my extra one because I have an extra one that I'm going to be making. I'm going to give that to my mother. She can bring it to her daycare center. She'll get a kick out of that. Everybody will go ooh and ah over those, over that gift basket, gift box, I should say. So we're going to do that today. And if we have time, I have some viewer mail that I'm going to go over. I got some really lovely cards for my birthday. Thank you so much for those folks who wished me happy birthday. That was yesterday, and we had a great time. We went to on Saturday night, we went to this hole in the wall restaurant that we love. I haven't been to for at least a decade. It's called the Causeway Restaurant in Gloucester. It's right on 133. It's across from the Cape Ann Marina. It's this teeny tiny little place, but they make the best fish, any kind of fish dish. They make this coconut haddock that's really good. I had fried clams, which are my favorite. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Uh, and what did my sister had? She had fried scallops, and the two other people had prime rib. Oh my goodness, was it ever so good? And really had a good time. And then we came back to the house and we had cake, my favorite cake. My sister thought of everything. My favorite cake's Italian rum cake. And she got it for me from Spinelli's, which is on Route 1, as well as in Boston, Spinelli's pastry and pasta shop, which is really, it was really good. Perfectly done with whipped cream and the almonds, slivered almonds, and strawberries, and big flowers and everything. So I'm thankful for my family who thought of, well, really for my sister who thought of everything. But that was my weekend. It was really a lot of fun. We took mom with us and everything, and she had eggplant, and she enjoyed it very much. So it was really crowded, though. It's really crowded. You have to sit like back to back with people, but it's so worth it. Anyway, it's called the Causeway Restaurant in Gloucester on Route 133. Thought I'd give them a shout out because they are really terrific and they handled us very well. They had several big parties there, but they handled it very well. Anyway, if you're in the area, if you're in Gloucester, there's a place that nobody talks about, or everybody's always talking about the clams. So this is a place they do clams and they do other things as well. So thank you for all the birthday wishes. Appreciate it very much. And let's get started. So we're going to be doing this Love You Mom box. Now this is part of a bundle, but you can buy it separately. Although I really like this bundle. It comes with this mom hydrangea tray, which we've done before, and then there's a box card as well. So here's the hydrangea tray. You can just buy the gift box, which is let's see, $2.99 if you wanted to, or you don't have to buy it at all. You can just watch me put it together and get satisfaction out of that. So let's see. So we're going to Oh, Nancy's here. Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. Good morning to everybody. Hi, Sandra. Hi. Oh, wow. We got a lot of people on this morning. Today is what we call in Massachusetts Patriots Day. And that is the day that the shot that was heard around the world was fired in Concord, Massachusetts. So they still do celebrate this every year. Unfortunately, this year they got rained out. They usually have a reenactment of the first shot, but they got rained out in Concord. I hope that's not a sign of things to come because that was really always fun to watch them with the Revolutionary War outfits and muskets and everything. Really, really fun. It's also the day that we have the Boston Marathon. So there's a lot of people involved in the Boston Marathon. There's like 10,000 people involved in the whole thing, and it's really quite a big deal. And I wish them all well. They've already started 9 o'clock. They think they started like 7 or 8 in the morning. I don't know. Oh, Nancy, your mother's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, 90 years old. Wow. All right. So this is an SVG. Okay. This is an SVG. So when you buy an SVG from another company, such as this one, which is Dreaming Tree, and it goes under the URL 3dsvg.com. And if you purchase an SVG from another company, you have to upload it into your Cricut design space. This is a project for a different day. But let's see, we'll go to my stuff. And you have to upload all the pieces. This one does not have a whole lot of pieces. It has the flower that's on top, as well as the box, top and bottom of the box, with a few little extras. It's just enough pretty. You know, it's not over the top with lots of extras. So we're going to start with the flower. I'm going to move you down here so you can see what I've got here. So we're going to start with the flower of a peony, or a peony, depending on where you live, there's lots and lots of leaves. I have peonies in my backyard, and when they pop open, man, it's just like crazy to watch. They just pop open and just keep opening, and I had to actually separate some of mine because there was just too many opening at the same time. So I separated them and put them in different areas of my garden. Anyway, they're just beautiful, but they just don't last very long. That's why I like projects that have to do with them. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do some shading or inking. It's often called inking. And we're going to use this distressed oxide ink to do that, and then one of these, which is I think originally a makeup brush, but I bought this at Amazon. There was a whole bunch of them, and so you can't get, once you get that ink on there, it's hard to come off. I mean, you could try, but some of it's going to stay. So you're better off having multiple of these, or at least in the major color works. And so I picked for today these 3 different colors. This one is called Kitsch Flamingo. This one's called Picked Raspberry, and this one's called Worn Lipstick. So I picked all 3, and I want to show you. Let's start with the Picked Raspberry. It's a little bit pinkier, and what I did was I decided to color it on both sides because of the way that this is set up. Do you see how this is set up? So I actually inked this one, and I can't really see it too well because I only inked one side of it. So I thought I would ink both sides. So all you need to do for that is to take this little thing. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use cotton ball. You can use a little piece of felt, or you can actually use some of the actual ink just by doing this, but I don't like that because it doesn't really put the ink where I want it to be. My mother's home today because of Patriots Day. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this little brush. Hi, Mom. My mother's awake. And we're going to swirl it around into this ink pad. Now, the difference between the distressed oxide and a regular ink pad is that this is a combination of two different inks. If you look on the back, it will tell you dye and pigment ink fusion. So it's a two-color ink, which is cool because dye inks can fade, pigment inks don't, and they look really good on paper. So what we're going to do is just hold it down and just sort of move it around until we have some of this ink on there, and just so you can test it on your paper to see if you have it. And then you're just going to go ahead and shade each of these petals, and I'm going to do it on both sides for this. Okay, so there's that. I already did this particular one, but I want to do a little bit more. This started off as a very light pink, and peonies mine are pretty light anyway. So actually I have two different kinds. They're heirloom peonies. One's called like a teacup peony, and the other one I think is just a regular peony. So they're really fun. They don't grow too well in certain parts of the country, but because I'm in the Northeast, they seem to grow very well. My mother had peonies when we were growing up, so they just were a welcome addition to my garden when I moved in here 25 years ago. So so you see what I'm doing now? I am holding the here because this is a delicate part. It's perforated, and if I don't hold it too well, it might separate from the actual leaf petal. So there you go, and then you can flip it over. We can try a different color if you want. We can try Kitsch Flamingo, which I love, which is definitely lighter. You see? Or you can mess around with it as much as you want. I like the raspberry. The Warren lipstick is too orange for me, but it's okay to have all the different colors going on, you know? Let's try the raspberry. I think the raspberry is the closest to what I want to get at. All right. Yeah, so this birthday was definitely better than last birthday. Last birthday I was in the rehab for my hip and in pain and couldn't be with you guys. And it was a little bit uncomfortable, but definitely a really good birthday this year. Very happy. Happy about all the people who remembered, and I got some really great cards too. So we'll go over those hopefully at the end of the show. It's actually a hodgepodge of different kinds of cards. Just get well, and what's the other one? Birthday, thinking of you. I got quite a few. All right, now once we finish up, I'm doing the third one. Once we finish up, we're going to need something to turn the petals on this, to give it some sass. All right. And doing a good job here, or trying. I suppose I could have used a darker paper, but I like the shading on this design. I think it looks good with the shading on this design. And you know, if you make a little mistake, or if you are a little too hard in a certain area, that's okay, because you're kind of not going to see it when we're done. All right, last petal, or petal grouping, I would say. Now, if you follow like someone like Leah Griffith, she uses something called pan pastels to color her flowers, which are very, very expensive. They're beautiful, but they're expensive. And so I found this to be a fairly inexpensive way to do shading on my flowers. Oh, do the other side. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad that the weather has turned. And oh, by the way, I talked to my friend Jamie. She's on here today, I think. And my my chemo treatments are on Tuesday, and I'm just getting used to them. And so far so good, but I think that I'll be coming on Mondays instead of Fridays because uh, because then it avoids any kind of problem with the chemo on Friday. Not that there's going to be some, but I just thought I would mention it. All right, so then we have all of our petals inked, darkened, or lightened, whatever you want to do. And now what we're going to do is hold the flower. Be careful here of this perforation, okay? And we're going to hold the flower right at that edge, and we're going to pull it so that it turns really well, so that it curls. And don't be afraid to give it a good curl, because over time it will sort of undo. This is one that I made years ago, exactly same thing years ago, that I have to, when I show it to people, I have to sort of push it up here to make it look like a real peony. So there you go. All right. All right, so see there? Now we got 4 different size petals. You can tell which one's the biggest, holding them up to each other by the holes. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a beautiful day here, by the way. Great day for the marathon. It's sunny, and maybe it's going to be about 60 degrees today. So it's still cool for the runners. They don't have a heat wave or whatever. It's fun to go into Boston. Whoop. All right. Thank you. I'm trying to train my dogs to stop barking when I say thank you. It's kind of working. Benji has a very loud bark, very high pitch too, which is unusual for a corgi. But he does have it. Look how pretty these are starting to become. So nice. All right. I would say if you wanted to ink the green stuff, you could, but you don't really see it too well. So let's go ahead and have a look at that green stuff. All right, so here's the greenery that goes underneath the flower. It's these 3 petals that have perforation right here. So we're just going to fold it like this and give it some dimension, you see? and then you have this piece here. So now we can start putting it together. And the way we want to put it together is biggest to smallest going forward. So here it is. Here's the biggest one. Let me just check. I think that one might be the biggest one. Yes, it is. Okay, and then we'll put these two small ones here, like that. Now when we put them together, we want to make sure that the flowers are the petals, I should say, the petals are sort of off center, so that you're not seeing like a bunch of petals all together like that. So off center ever so slightly, so that way you can see the whole flower. All right. And we're using that circle in the middle as a way to line up the flower petals. They're really groupings of petals, right? All right. And there's the fourth one, third one, and fourth one. Third. And fourth. Look how nice the shading came out on that. It's really nice, and I love the color. Okay, there's a few other things. There's the greenery, and then there's this piece, which is for the stamen. It comes long like this, and all I did here, I normally would use my quilling tool, but my son has been raiding my work area, and I think he took it. So I'm just going to roll it by hand. I'm going to roll this part, which is the inside of it, first, and then we'll come around to the more of like the frond kind of look to it. You don't actually see, most peonies, you don't actually see the stamen too well until it's almost, too wilted. But, whoop! I just dropped it. Hold on. All right. Sorry, just dropped it. All right, so let's just get this a little bit tighter. There we go. And we're going to glue here. A little extra glue there. All right, so now it's ready. Whoop, the glue didn't stick. Come on, glue. If you wanted to, you could use a hot glue gun for this, but I was able to do it with liquid glue. And we're going to just stick that right in the middle and hold it down a little bit. Look at our flower. Isn't that beautiful? All right. And then we're going to do the petals on the bottom. We got to be careful because our stamen is still adhering. But the way I like to do it here is I like to put them in threes, because there's three of them, and put them in like kind of a triangle, like that. There we go. Whoop. All right. Okay. And then we're going to glue it right there. Then we'll let it sit so that the glue can adhere. Oh, see, our stamen fell out. All right, and there's our peony. Now you can make these peonies if you wanted to for some other reason. There's also a great peony. It's not an SVG, you know, it's a Cricut file. There's a great Cricut file that's a peony that I've done before as well. But I have so many peonies in my house that that I have to make something different. They're just one of my favorites is all. All right, so let's let that set. This piece I didn't use, but it would be good if you were making the flowers to put on there. You're not going to see it, so I didn't use that piece. So let's go to the next part, which is the box. We're going to do the top part of the box first. Oh, let me put away my inks. I want them to not dry out, and these hold them really well so they won't dry out. You can, by the way, buy refill ink for these. I haven't had to do that yet, but if it's a color that you use a lot, then you may need to buy refill ink. Okay, so here's the top. We'll do the top first, and this one's the bottom. Oh! Look, we've got one that didn't make it in the cut. Oh no. All right, well, it'll have to be less floral than what we're used to. Okay, so here is the top part, and what we're going to do is piece these two pieces together. With glue right here. Like that. Make a little room here. We're going to do it as close as we can to the perforation. Like this. Like that. Then we can close it up. Just like that. Now before we open it up to reveal the actual top of the box, we're going to put these pieces on. So you notice that there's two different pieces. There's this one here that has this little square part. That's for the ribbon, and we're going to be doing that in a second, okay? This paper is from Anna Griffin, one of the papers that Cricut used to carry. I forget which one it's called. It might be called Melange. I might be wrong. So make sure you're matching that up, this piece and this side as well. All right. And then we can put these pieces in. I think a patterned piece looks really nice with this finished product, but if you don't have a patterned piece, you don't have to use it. You can use just sort of a complementary color. There we go. Everyone was up early today. It's kind of funny because Owen is on school vacation, but he woke up early. I'm used to having the mornings to myself, but he wanted breakfast, so I made him breakfast this morning. He is in that stage where he eats everything. He's eating me out of house at home these days. And he's so thin. I don't know, so thin. We are going to New Hampshire. Oh, I have to tell you about what happened with the eclipse. So we were going to go to see the eclipse with my sister at my sister's place. And, whoa, I just dropped a piece. There it is. So we were going to go to see the eclipse. My sister lives in the path of totality, and we wanted to see it, and it is, no matter what they say, because we saw it and it was like 92%, and it really wasn't as good as what she saw. But what happened was they weren't the people that run the town. It's such a small town. There's like a couple hundred people that live there. People that run the town didn't know what to expect, and they got inundated with people. Then when it came time for them to leave, they all just, it was bumper to bumper traffic the whole way home. So I'm glad that I didn't go. Plus I was having car trouble. So we decided that we were going to go up this weekend instead to see my sister. That was the other thing. My sister came down and she was able to make it to dinner for us. That's my younger one, Annette. So we're going to go visit her this weekend, and we're going to have some fun up there. They still have snow on the ground, I believe, but the snowmobiling has ended for the season. All right, so I put it together. I put all the pieces on the side, and then I've put some glue on the inside edge, and I'm going to fold them all in like this. I'm going to fold it this way. Then I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to, it's the one that has the hole in it, by the way, and I'm going to place it in there. And I'm going to make sure that I'm really getting the lines lined up here, because to open and close the box, it's important. All right. There you go. You see there's that piece there, which we're going to cover up like this. And then we can put the other piece on top. So this is going along very quickly. There we go. This is an older file from Dreaming Tree, but actually I kind of like the older files. They're a little easier to maneuver around in. Less pieces, I think. There we go. Oh, it's showing a little bit. Okay, and then here's the top. There we go. And that's the top. See, we're doing it in little sections so it's not overwhelming. And this is going to sit on the top once we put the ribbon on. So there's ribbon, there's these little pieces of gold that are for the ribbon. And there's one that goes straight across. Which one's the longest? This one. So we're going to put this here and then put the two small ones on the side. Okay. All right. Oops. Oh man, I messed up a little bit. When you're using gold, you have to be careful that you don't get glue on the shiny part. Or you can use non-shiny gold. There is some of that. The gold paper comes from Michael's. They sell it in gold, silver, and some other colors. I use mostly gold, but there's like red and green for Christmas, and there's also a light color like pastels. But I'm kind of like I like the gold and the silver the best. All right. Here we go. All right, and there's our top, and then we can go ahead and put our flower on. Now, be careful how you put the flower on because I have not centered mine. This recent one that I didn't center it very well. So I want to make sure that it's right in the middle of the top of the box. All right, let's make sure. Whoops, it's moving. That might be where I get messed up. Yes, it did. The temperature did drop when we were nearing total eclipse, at least in our area. It was 92, 93%. Clear skies. Owen really enjoyed himself. And even my mother, she didn't quite get it. So we ended up showing it to her on the TV, which had excellent coverage of this. Now I've got this pink. It's a little bit darker than the pink I use for the petals. And I'm just folding it all along these areas. So we got 3 tabs, and we get the side tab. Here you go. We have 2 of those. So then we're going to match these up. And we're going to do the side tab. This is very similar to the top part of the project. And all my birds, yes, they all went quiet for a few minutes. Even the dogs were kind of a little bit, they didn't know what was going on. So they stuck really close by me. I think they were afraid. Still a very interesting thing to see. But I didn't expect so many people to go to New Hampshire. And they all went like on Monday. And they either stayed overnight, which was probably the better thing, but they were all booked up everywhere. Or they tried to go home, which there's only one road from, at least from Pittsburgh. There's only one road that gets you in and out of there. And so there was just a lot of traffic, a lot of parking on the side of the road and everything. All right, we did the same thing as we did in the front piece, and we have our 2 pieces here, you see? So we're going to do that same thing again, which we're going to turn these ends out. Just like that. And we're going to put glue on them. So I plan to be here next Monday, although I will be in New Hampshire, depending on when my sister's actually going to drive me home. I'm getting dropped off. We're getting dropped off, Owen and I. And so that way I don't have to drive the 5 hours it takes to get to our house. More if there's traffic. Okay, so we put the glue on there. We're going to close in the sides here. Got a lot of glue on my fingers. All right, turn it right side up. Use the piece that has the little hole, and we're just going to place it in there. That will help shape the box for us. But just do make sure that you're pressing down all the way in, you see, because you want those sides to stick. There we go. Now we have a little bit of, it's not pushed down enough, so I'm going to go ahead and push it down a little bit more. Really want it to catch. You can use your hands for this, your fingertips. Okay. Now we can put this piece on. And we have a few little frilly decorations that we can put, as well as the rest of the ribbon, so it appears to look like a ribbon. Okay, so these are the two little frilly pieces. They're third, so they go down here. That. I keep dropping everything today. What's wrong with me? All right. Okay. I think that should hold it. And then we're going to put these on here on the bottom, and then we'll put the ribbon on. All right. Yep. Looks good. Last piece before the ribbon goes on. All right. So don't be afraid to do these kinds of projects. They might seem overwhelming, but if you break it down into different pieces, it makes it a whole lot easier. You see how we did the flower first, and then we did the top, the bottom, so that way it doesn't look so overwhelming to you. All right, now we have to put the ribbon on this side. Oh, that already looks good, but we're going to put the ribbon on this side. Where's my other piece of ribbon? Here it is. And this can go anywhere, but you just have to match it up to the ribbon on the top. And halfway through, see? And then I'm going to turn it over to the other side. That's where the ribbons, the second piece of ribbon is going to go. This side. Try not to get glue on there. All right. And the first time you put the cover on, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. Don't worry, it fits. But you have all these little pieces of almost like doily on the top. But you will get it done. This is the part that I hate the most. Now look, I'm telling you, it's gonna up. There it goes. It fits, but we lost the stamen. And let's see how it goes. We'll put the stamen back on. A little more glue there. All right. And let's put this on my glue so I don't have a jam. Okay. And there is our completed box. Isn't it really cute? Just really adorable. I really like this. I would make it for not just Mother's Day, but as a gift to someone. Maybe you can put a little something on the inside, or even if it's just a gift box. It's just really pretty. There we go. So that is our project for today. Let's see what we got going on as far as cards are concerned. Haven't done viewer mail in a while. So let's show you what I've got. This is from, oh, let's see, where did it go? Kathy Crowley, my friend in Idaho. Here is their card. This is an excellent example of the cutaway cards. So she did all the writing and everything here and did the cutaway here. And then look what she put in the inside. I really think that's a great idea to have this inside. And she used the paper, smart paper, sticker paper. And then she added a few sequins to it as well. Just really cute card. It's your day. That's from Kathleen Crowley, my friend in Idaho. And then we've got my friend Babs, who sent me this really like steampunky kind of looking card. Happy birthday from Jim and Babs, the Gracie Junebug. And she, to preserve her card, she used a little piece of cardstock that kind of matches. And she has a lot of the pop dots in there as well. Very, very interesting card and delightful too. Thank you so much, Babs. This one is from Nancy, who I know is here. And this is axolotl, is the name of a special kind of, it's like a lizard of some sort. I only found out about it a few years ago, but it's called an axolotl, and so I care a lotl, which I think is really great. And look at what she did. She did this really fun, I would call this a double Z fold card. And it's just really cute. And then look on the back, she put the axolotl, and on the back is too. And I see she used some sparkly pens for there. And the thing I love about Nancy's cards is she always like signs them, but she uses her machine to sign them. So that's just terrific. Thank you, Nancy. And look, oh, Someone knows I like corgis. Happy birthday. This is also from Nancy. Yes, it is. She got a corgi, and she even put little sparkles on his nose and his tongue and everything. And it says, Happy birthday. Hope your day is as special as you are to me. That's so great. Um, she does such a great job with her cards. Really, really like them. This one here is from Melinda. I think she may be here today. Um, she may be here today. I think I saw a Melinda. Anyway, she sent me this card from Lynchburg, Virginia, saying that she was thinking about me and that I hope I'm resting, taking care, and she's missed me. I miss you too. This is a great card, a lot of paper piecing. I'm not sure if this is in Design Space, but it's really a beautiful card um, with a lovely envelope as well from Lynchburg, Virginia. Thank you, Melinda. I really appreciate it. Lovely. Okay, and then we've got this one, cute little glitter bluebird. Happy birthday. This is from Diana. Diana makes a lot of nice cards, and she wishes me, from your Cricut crafting friend, I hope I have a wonderful and relaxing day, which I did. Thank you so much, Diana. Beautiful. This one is from our admin, Loretta. You got to see this one. All right. It is an easel card, but it has a swing, one of our little, what do you call them? Springs. Our, I forget what we call them now, but it's an easel card. This is from Loretta, and so it stands like this, and it keeps this guy, this adorable cat with the flowers, bunch of flowers, keeps it moving there. And it's a happy birthday card. Thank you, Loretta. I did get it. So it's really beautiful. And cute, so cute with the action wobble. That's what they're called, action wobbles. So there's from Loretta. This one is from Elizabeth. She wrote Elizabeth, the Cricut friend. Elizabeth Blanchard from South Carolina. And well, look, we got adorable, and she used washi tape up here, which is really cute. And then she placed these little things, happy birthday, treat yourself. And then our beautiful elephant, which I love elephants. So that's just a terrific card. Thank you so much. Here's an Easter card that I may have posted already, but this was from Babs, my friend Babs there. And it's got a chick and a bunny and all this lovely stuff here. Happy Easter, love Jim and Babs. Really, really cute. Here's another one from her as well. It's a corgi. She didn't make this one, but she made a little Cricut thing. Below there, I'm going to put that on my computer. Actually, I'm going to put it on my Cricut. So cute. So you can personalize things very easily, as Babs knows. And then the last one is from Debbie Mackey, who is always on. I think I saw her this morning. Look at how pretty this is. This is an edge card, and she did edge on both sides, which is cool. And then these flowers, which have sort of some movement to them because they're cut up. Really cute. Happy Easter. Using her pens, her glitter pens as well. And she wishes happy Easter and healthier days, which I do too. Thank you so much, Deborah Mackey. If you sent me a card and I didn't show it, I'm trying to keep them all in one place, but I want to display them as well. So sometimes they get on display and then I forget to show you guys the cards. So I apologize for that. But that's all the viewer mail for this week. And thank you so much for thinking of me. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I would do without you guys. And I'm sad that I can only do once a week, but I'm hoping to get back to a more regular schedule um, when things get better. That's my hope. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our project today. It was a really fun little box and really nice gift for Mother's Day or for just for fun to give to someone who can use it as like a little centerpiece or on your sofa table or something like that. It's just really pretty. So that's the show for today. I'm going to check the comments. Wobble. Yeah, action wobble. Action Wobble is the stuff that Loretta used. Action Wobble, which you can buy at Michael's. You can buy them on Amazon, but they're considerably more expensive. Michael's under their Recollection brand. What are we making next week? Next week, we're going to make a Mother's Day card that's a layered card for that is from Anna Griffin. So we're going to do an Anna Griffin layered card for Mother's Day next week. But it can easily be changed to birthday or condolences or whatever. And I'll show you how to do that with the images that are provided from Design Space. So that's an Anna Griffin card. So we're going to do that next week. And I wish I could say I could come back later on in the week, but I have busy with my chemo and everything, and I just look forward to seeing you guys every single time. So thank you so much for joining me for today. And that's all I've got for today. So have a great week, everyone. We'll see you. We'll see you on Monday for and if that changes, because there might be, I might be coming in on Tuesday or something, but if that changes, I will let you all know through YouTube Messenger, okay? All right, thank you everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy the weather if you're in a nice warm place. Enjoy that weather. We're going to enjoy some nice spring weather. Spring in New England usually is like 1 week long. and then it goes to like winter, like we have a storm. We had in April this year, last week actually, um, we had a storm on the 4th, and it's crazy out there with the weather. So, but then it will soon be summer over here. It just kind of skips. We have what they call mud season, which is not a lot of snow or whatever, but the mud in your house is like an extra like snow thing. Thank you very much uh, to who said that? Diana, and there's Cheryl. I saw everybody here. Let me just say thank you to Dawn, and nice to see you, Ardeen. Jamie, thanks for coming. And Melinda, you're here. Yay. All right, everybody. Oh, hi, there's Perlita. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I got my nails done. My sister took me for my birthday to get my nails done, so I was pretty excited about that. All right, that's it for me. I have to stop talking now. We'll see you all again next week, okay? Take care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.